So we're trying out this new thing. We're going to be doing like kind of like impromptu lives, just kind of on the spot. And we just did one, Jaren, Andy, and I. So you can check that out on the channel. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be making a really healthy meal. I'm going to be doing some cooking and just kind of talking about why I think, well, talking about the correlation between healthy eating and dating, because I think these two go really hand in hand. And I notice a huge difference in my dating life when I'm eating really healthy versus when I'm eating a bunch of shite and I'm going out and all that stuff. So like for me, like food has definitely been something that's like I would say like a bit of an addiction. So I definitely have struggled with like overeating and like eating the wrong foods. Thankfully, I'm like a skinny guy, so I like never really got to experience like negative effects. So, that I guess that is a positive. But I think for me, when I'm dating, I'm looking for somebody that's also very healthy and also, somebody that's going to take their body really seriously. Because when you care for yourself and when you find a girl that cares for herself, she's going to take care of the relationship if something starts to develop. When a girl's not taking too care of herself, they always say like you have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of other people. And I think that, if you're dating somebody that, like I said, like, isn't taking good care of themselves, when things get, down to business or, maybe some conflict arises, stuff like that, she might not be 100% uh, uh, there to take care of you. That could be debated. Like, do you want a girl taking care of you? No, that's not what I'm saying here. But you want a girl that's gonna be able to take care of the relationship, right? That means show up. That means, put in thought, put in effort. And so when a girl's putting thought and effort into herself, there's gonna be a better shot of her putting that effort and thought into you. So basically, what I'm gonna do is we have this market here in Mexico City. If you ever come down, we can show it to you. It's got like really quality food, but like for low prices. So I got like a kilo of ground beef here, and they like cut all the fat off. It's super nice. And then I got some peppers and I got an onion here. So I'm gonna some mushies as well. So tomatoes. So I'm gonna make like a big meat stew. And what I like to do is I like to basically it fills up this whole pot here, and then I can just throw it in the fridge and I can basically pick from it throughout the day. And this prevents me from needing to go out and like grab fast food or something or grab something that's not super healthy. So first off, yeah, comment guys. It sounds like this looks like there's a few of you guys in here. Like what food means to you and how that impacts your life and your fitness, your diet, your dating. And then, yeah, how do you think? Like, what do you guys look for when you're dating? Are you looking for somebody that's also super healthy, or do you not care so much? I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. But again, repeating myself, I think it's really important to find somebody when dating that really does take care of themselves, especially if you're looking for something long term. I've really dated girls in the past that aren't super healthy, and eventually, like if we've been dating for a few months or something, they get a bit lazy, right? They're not like the most healthy people in the world. What's up, game bro? And you look like a little nice. We got some hate comments coming in already, so that's cool. So anyway, but I found that, yeah, when I'm dating somebody that I was in Poland last year and I dated this really awesome Ukrainian woman, and we dated for like the whole 3 months I was there, 2.5 months, and she was super healthy. So she like didn't eat a lot of sugar, she didn't eat a lot of processed food, and she made really good meals and stuff like that. And I could just tell she was like a happy person. So maybe let's talk about some like the difference, how food affects you, right? Because I think this is a really important thing. So, sugar. Let's start with sugar, man. God, sugar is a killer. It really does just zap your energy, make you irritable, put you on extra weight. I had a cheat meal yesterday, and I'm like feeling like I'm a little bloated today. I'm like I got some extra salt, and so I really try to stay away on average from the sugar, and really try to get that out of my life. And most days I try not to eat sugar. I'm really working this year too on maybe having 1 to 2 the free cheat meals a month. So yeah, we got the peppers. And I think this is, what I found when dating, when I'm on a date and I've eaten a lot of sugar, I'm more anxious, first off, which, you don't want when you're on a date. I'm more irritable, I'm less present, and she can sense that too. She might not be able to sense it consciously, but unconsciously she can. And then this is what I would recommend for you guys if you haven't already. Try dating without sugar. It's gonna be fantastic. Like, you go on the date and you're just like you're just there. Like after a few days of no sugar, you're really present. You're really, you know, at one with her. Gonna chop the onion here, and it's just such a fantastic experience. Let's see, who do we got here? We got but you don't have a wife. Yeah, no wife yet, man. We're um, probably personally, I'm probably not looking for a wife. Looking more for uh, just like a really deep, intense long term relationship and kids and stuff. But yeah, I'm from the States, so really not looking for that. But I didn't think to each their own. A lot of guys do want a wife, and a lot of guys we help want wives as well. But yeah, other than that, yeah, we had to check out our stream if you haven't seen it already. Um, yeah, so yeah, I think when you can find someone that's super healthy and like really takes care of themselves, there's just so much benefit to it. Um, I think where we're in Mexico City, like you're gonna get a little bit of a mix. Like it won't be completely. You won't get the healthiest people, and you won't get the unhealthiest people either. The food here is pretty healthy, so even if you eat a little much, it goes through you pretty quick. But when it comes to versus the states, because I grew up in Wisconsin, and the food there is freaking like you eat out for a few days in the U.S. and you're bloated for like a week. It's freaking crazy. So that's why I love eating in Mexico City here because you can get really good quality food. It's obviously the exchange rate's really in favor of the U.S. right now. So I think that's a huge benefit. Uh, let's see, what are we looking here? So I just added some spices. Got some just got some chili powder and some cilantro and stuff. So I know for me too, like when I eat healthy, like I'm just a better person to be around too, because something we really focus here at MxP Dating is building a network too, like a community of guys. We have a big group of guys here that we do stuff with, and we're all really close. And I know that everyone's a little different. So like a lot of my friends, they can eat sugar if they want, and it really doesn't affect their mood. It doesn't make them a different person, so to say. For me though, I really notice it when I start to eat a lot of sugar, especially. I start to have different thoughts. My consciousness almost shifts a little bit, and that's a big, red flag for me because I don't want to be hanging out with my friends and annoyed with them and stuff like that. I think a lot of it comes down to childhood too. Like I grew up and we ate a lot of shit. My family, we didn't eat very healthy at all. Like I grew up when there was like the fat free movement, and as you know, the fat free movement is kind of a farce. It's they just basically put sugar into everything and kind of said that it was like really healthy. So a lot of people still got fat off eating low fat food. And yeah, something's shopping to me here. So yeah, growing up, I didn't have good eating habits, and so whenever I eat really crappy food and sugar and stuff, I kind of like my conscience reverts back to being at a younger state, being more immature, and I feel less mature too. I feel like I feel less engaged in the conversations a lot of times. I I just kind of want to go home and just kind of isolate. I think if anyone's dealt with food addiction, that's something that happens is you kind of isolate and you stop really being connected with people, right? So that's something that's like really important to me is I want to make sure that I'm connecting uh, to everybody I can. Let's see. Yeah, looking at the honestly, actually, I've never done like a stream like this before. So yeah, this is pretty cool. It's cool that like you can just hop on and people are just like here watching stuff. So um, Gringo go home sense of it. No, man, not yet. But if you want to start it and give us some free publicity, man, we'd happily take it. So any marketing is good marketing, as we say. It's yeah, I guess going off that. So what our channel is we help guys here in Mexico City date, mostly expats, digital nomads. We work with retirees as well. And a lot of guys want a traditional woman, right? If you grew up in the West at all, like in the UK or in the States, there's definitely been a cultural shift from dating to more masculine and femininity. And a lot of guys are tired of it, and I think unless you kind of fit that archetype of, what do they say, 6'5", blue eyes and stuff, that yeah, it doesn't really work. I see some Korean language that I can't. I took one Korean class, but I'm from Korea, from Seoul, Korea, and then I grew up in the States, so I was adopted and grew up with a bunch of white people. But so anyway, yeah, coming, in Mexico, we find that women are a lot more traditional. Now there is kind of a shift leaning towards even in that. Like I think more women are becoming more um, independent and masculine here, but you still meet a lot that are traditional and feminine. Like you can go up and talk to them in the streets, and they're really receptive towards that. And that's kind of what we want. That's what we want in our dating life. We want to date girls that want to date us, and aren't all about having a bunch of status or you know money and all that stuff. I mean, we're thankfully like we have finances, but we don't need to show it off. And honestly, like we found that if the guys that do that often don't get the greatest success, right? Um, yeah, man, person loves you. Perfection is definitely a myth. I couldn't agree more. It's something I definitely struggle with is that perfectionism, and yeah, to each their own. I think depending on where you live, marriage can be favorable, but where I'm from, if we get divorced or anything, even if we sign a prenup, I'm losing half my assets. So yeah, I prefer to just have a really deep relationship. And I found with girls that I was close to dating long term, like we were long term. When we had the conversation, I said, "Look, like I don't want to get married," and I had to explain it to them a lot of times. But when I said, like, "Yeah, I'm not looking to marry, and I don't think I don't want the state involved. I don't want someone telling me how I should run my relationship and all that. And I think if we do care about each other, we don't need attention or a label to say it." And they took that really well. So I think it really depends on how you explain it to the girl you're dating. And if she takes it well, and if marriage isn't something you want, then you found a keeper. But if not, probably not the best. Um, let's see here. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, just chopping the onions, got those nice and diced up here. Uh, I think having it's a tough balance. If you want to have fun, you want to go out with your friends and eat good food and stuff. But when it's starting to affect your self-esteem and just your well-being and stuff, I think it's best to stay off. So I had like 7 days off sugar recently, and I felt so freaking good. Yeah, I anxiety was gone. I just felt calm and peaceful, and that's really what I want in that. So anyway, guys, yeah, I think I'm gonna cap it here. This is just kind of a test to see how to do this thing. Appreciate anyone who's tuned in, and we'll definitely are gonna just do these impromptu live streams here and there and talk about all things dating in Mexico City. So if you're in Mexico City and you want to hit us up, definitely feel free. If you want to schedule a call to see how you can start dating here and we can be of assistance to you in any way, definitely hop on as well. And yeah, guys, talk to you soon. Peace.